Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. I hope you're keeping well and it's nice to see you. And I'm still buzzing from the Man United result on Sunday, and I'm sure you guys are as well. But the preview today, this video even, is the preview of West Ham's first leg of the Europa Conference League semi-final, where we welcome AZ Alkmaar, or as they're pronounced, AZ, or their full name being Alkmaar Zandstrik, to the London Stadium this Thursday evening for an 8 o'clock kickoff under the lights live on BT Sport 1. As always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website. And as you can see from the animation that's up here, there's also some very nice track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro, so go check those out as well. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, I'll be sending directly onto the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. The charity based in the Newham area, and they're helping those in the Newham area, the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as they are supporting 39 separate food banks at the time of this recording to help people with struggling to put food on their tables. So guys, go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt. You'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to the club shop, and you'll be helping those the less fortunate than you and I. So bear with me for a moment. I'm going to give you some background on who AZ Alkmaar are. They are a Dutch professional football club from Alkmaar and Zandstrik. The club plays in the Eredivisie, in the highest professional football league in the Netherlands, and hosts home matches at the AFAS Stadion. AZ was founded on the 10th of May 1967, so 2 years after we won our first FA Cup, and also, of course, a year after England won the World Cup. And of course, for those that have keeping track, over the last 3 years, 33 years to the day before I was born, and we last won the FA Cup. So let that sink in. That's how long these guys have been going. And they were formed as AZ67 as a result of a merger between Alkmaar 54 and FC Zandstrik. Alkmaar 54 was founded as a professional football team in April of 1954 to play in the 10-team NBVB league, created because the Royal Dutch Football Association, or the KNVB, refused to organise a professional league. The KNVB subsequently took over the league in 1955. Now, Alkmaar 54, and by extension AZ, played the very first professional match in the Netherlands on the 14th of August in 1954, where they won 3-0 at home against Venlo 54, with Klaas Smit scoring the first and third goals. After winning the Eredivisie in 1960-61 season, they played 1 year in the Eredivisie. Now, FC Zandstrik had been playing since 1910 as the Cougar Football Club, or also known as KFC. I'm sorry, but you have to giggle. You can't not laugh. KFC had nearly become national champions in 1934, but unfortunately missed out due to a narrow loss to Ajax in the finals themselves. The team became professional in 1955, and in 1964, the professional part of KFC was renamed as FC Zandstrik, while the amateurs played on as KFC. Now, AZ have won the Eredivisie twice, in the 80-81 season and the 2008-9 season. In the same season as their first league title, 80-81, they also reached the UEFA Cup final, which they lost to Ipswich Town. How things have changed over the last 42 years, guys, eh? In addition, the team has won the KNVB Cup on 4 occasions and won Johan Cruyff Shield. They've also won the Dutch Second League 3 times as champions as well. Their style of play is very much possession football, from what I've been looking at, controlling a game in the opposition's half, short passes and attempting through balls, often with a consistent starting 11. Now, they are very strong at creating chances, using through balls, strong at creating the chances themselves as well, attacking down the wings, creating long shot opportunities, finishing scoring chances and defending set pieces. But apparently they don't seem to have any weaknesses. Now, the last game that Alkmaar played was on Saturday, the day before we beat Man United at home. They were playing Ajax away, and they drew 0-0. So they played 32 games in their league, with winning 18, drawing 7 and losing 6, scoring 59 goals and conceding 32 on 61 points. Now, you don't get to a semi-final and you don't hold Ajax to a draw at the end of the season, regardless of either side finishing in the top 4. It just doesn't happen all that often. You know, I appreciate that I don't watch Dutch football all that often, but I know who Ajax are, and I know how difficult those guys can be. You know, don't get me wrong, Alkmaar have beaten some very, very big. I'm not going to go into it because I've already given you guys a history lesson. I'm not going to go through all that stuff as well. But you know, Alkmaar have gone through some big teams to get to this semi-final. They really, really have. And basically, guys, their Conference League away games of the 8 games they've played so far, they show they've won 5 and lost 3. That's it. Scoring 11 goals and conceding 7. And the last 5 of those 8 show they've won 3 and lost 2. So, yeah, not a difficult one. Well, sorry, it is going to be a difficult one. It's not going to be the walkover is what I was trying to put out. Well, not going to be the walkover that a lot of people think it's going to go. So, yeah, there is a bit of God-givenness to a degree, God-given right that because we're West Ham and we're in the Premier League, just still almost that we it's our divine right to beat this team. And of course, I want us to, yeah, but I wouldn't be in there saying we should be beating this. I mean, I want us to beat every team we play against, of course, but should be. There's a big question for that one. Now, as far as the Eredivisie goes, their highest goal scorers away from home is attacking midfielder Danny de Wit with 4 goals, but he's a doubt with his game due to what appears to be a foot injury. Left winger Jesper Karlsson is also in their highest away goal scorers with 4 goals and 1 assist, and he's also a doubt due to an unreported injury, but it seems to be that he might be back on the bench as a result, because normally what happens, from what I've seen in various things over the years, is if it's an unknown injury, they're normally back. Pavlidis is also their highest goal scorer with 4 goals and 2 assists, and their highest away assister is Sugawara with 5 assists and 3 goals. Now, just continuing on with the injuries for a little bit, the goalkeeper Westerveld is also a doubt due to injury, and centre back Bruno Martins Indy is also a doubt due to a hip injury. Now, Kurtz, I think you pronounce that, or Kirkes is the way you pronounce it, is also suspended for this game, and he is their very, very young left back. A lot of people have been taking a notice of who this kid is, and from the information I've been looking at, he looks like, well, it'll be interesting to see if he plays in this leg or in the second leg, hopefully, but, you know, because at the end of the day, we need a replacement for Creswell. We really, really do, and it'd be great to see. I mean, if we can beat these guys comfortably, and Kirkes, has a very good performance, I won't be at all surprised if we put a cheeky bid in for him in the summer. I really, really wouldn't be. Now, turning to West Ham, I've kind of intimated it earlier as well, and I say it every bloody video over the seasons. You know, we haven't won a trophy bar the Intertoto and the odd SBO and the playoff finals since the day I was born. And it's well over time. We're all but safe in the Premier League. If you haven't already done so, go and check out my match reaction, my full-time thoughts video to the Man United victory. But yeah, as I say, we're all but safe. We've got 3 games left in the Premier League now. Just go for it. Just absolutely go for this. You know, it's our best opportunity to get through. As I say, because we are literally footballing terms. We are 3 hours away from a final. We've got, with the exception of a couple of injuries, which we'll talk about in a second, we are basically full squad. No, I know that Rice and Souček and Aguerd looked, Rice particularly looked puffed out after the 70th, 71st minute. But, you know, we've had a few days rest now. You know, they played Sunday night, so they've had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, obviously including the flight over to probably Tuesday or Wednesday. So they've had 3 days to rest and a day's training before the game to kick off. So we have to go for it. We genuinely, I say this all the time, we all say it anyway, but we have to go for this game. We genuinely do. Now, it does seem that Scamacca could be back for the final, as according to PremierInjuries.com, his estimated return date is the 1st of June. Kurt Zouma could be back for the second leg on the 18th of May, because again, that's when he's looking to come back from his ankle injury, according to PremierLeagueInjuries.com. And also Sufao is still being assessed. We still don't know what's going on with his return or how his hamstring is going at yet. I'm sure in the build-up for when Moyes does his tomorrow, by the time you guys get to see this, David Moyes would have already given his information out. or probably might have been done it earlier today. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it's looking pretty healthy from that point of view in terms of injuries. I don't think anybody. I mean, I know Bowen had a bit of a clash, but he seemed to be okay. Didn't really. Well, we'll have to wait and see. But as it stands at the moment, at the time of this recording, on late into the evening of Bank Holiday Monday, or yesterday for you guys, this is the starting 11 that I am hoping we're going to see. Now, again, I don't think Moyes is going to do this, but this starting 11, ironically, is pretty much the core nucleus of the Man United team. And obviously, you know, because it's a cup, Areola's going to be back in goal. I reckon he could play Fabianski to make sure that there's absolutely no errors. I'm not saying that Areola is error prone in any shape or form, but it could happen. I doubt it, but it could. But I've made 4 changes from the Man United squad, and this is the side that I would like to see. Areola in goal, with a back 4 of Kehrer, Ogbonna, Aguerd and Emerson. Rice and Downs in the defensive midfield positions, with Bowen, Paquetá and Cornet in midfield, supporting Antonio up front. So thank you very much for your time, guys. As always, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm not going to go into the team breakdown of how we did it for the Man United preview. I think it's a bit obvious since I've done that. No disrespect to anybody, but I do think it's a bit obvious that the reason why I picked that side and the 3 or 4 different formations we can play at any one time when both attacking and defending. But if you don't agree with me, let me know what your starting 11 that you would pick out. Not what you're trying to predict David Moyes is going to do. What you think we should be seeing. But in the meantime, guys, if you haven't already done so, please do like, share, and more specifically, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Still a hell of a lot of you guys that are watching these videos. I know the viewing counts aren't in the thousands like they used to be a few years ago, but we're getting relatively healthy numbers-ish. And 2/3 of what you guys are watching, 2/3 of how many are watching, I should say. You can tell we're coming to the end of the video. 2/3 of the guys that have been watching this video, I know you're not subscribed, and that's bad because a lot of you are coming back. So it doesn't cost you a penny. Click the subscribe button, which is going to be down here for you guys. It'll be down here somewhere. Make sure you hit the notification bell to all as well in the settings, so you know when new content is going up. There will be the full-time thoughts reaction that will be going up on Thursday night / Friday morning, depending on upload times and YouTube's processing period, which is ridiculous. But in the meantime, guys, look after yourselves. Enjoy your week, well, the majority of your week, I should say, and I will see you very, very soon. All the best now. Take care.